Let's go over everything new that we know about gameplay coming to MLB The Show 23, including ranked co-op, universal DH, more strikeouts, less foul balls, less worse hits, and so much more. This sounds so promising. First, the fielding attribute matters way more. This is going to be controlling your fielder's start transitions, the jump they're getting from the ball off the bat. It controls non-throwing errors. That throwing meter is still going to be in control of the throwing errors, but the fielding attribute controls everything else. Overall, it seems like the fielding attribute is going to actually matter way more, and it does matter on players receiving throws, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Number two, they've added new animations. This includes more robbing foul ball animations, the first baseman picking and stretching on throws. They've added new fielding and throwing urgency animations, so especially with higher fielding attributes, we should be seeing more and better urgency out of our fielders. They've also added some new dive animations that we're going to be able to see. Number three is they revamped the throw accuracy meter. Basically, this meter has three regions. The green region means your throw is going to be on target, the yellow region means it will be offline, and the red region means you're probably going to be making the throwing error. Now, new to MLB 23, that green section, that perfect throw section, will not always be in the middle of the meter. It's going to be depending on how challenging the throw is. It's going to be depending on where the fielder is, and that fielder's arm accuracy rating actually is what determines the size of that green region. New to MLB The Show 23, on force plays to first, there's now a red region, and if you get it in that yellow region, then it's going to be a throw in the dirt, and the fielding rating of your first baseman will actually determine whether or not they're scooping it out of the dirt. So now it might actually matter having a better fielding first baseman. Might see it a little bit less people using Frank Thomas. Number four is a change to the quirk system, which includes 4 new quirks. The first one is pickoff artist. This will increase the success rate of pickoffs. We also have table setter, where players will perform better, the pitchers, when no runners are on. We have break outlier, where a pitcher will be losing less break when tired if they have this quirk. And then the fourth one is bad ball hitter, where that hitter, if they have this quirk, will excel at hitting pitches out of the strike zone. So think of maybe somebody like Vlad Sr. And one huge change to quirks is they've completely removed the passive quirks from the game. So basically, if a player has a quirk, it does something, it actually impacts gameplay. There's no guessing, hey, does this impact gameplay or not? Every quirk impacts gameplay in some way. Number five is they completely changed the clutch attribute. It seems like it's actually going to matter this year in clutch situations, whether it's a hitter or pitcher, runners on base. The clutch attribute is now what will determine the size of the PCI. The pitcher, if his clutch is higher, will make that PCI smaller, and the hitter, if his clutch is higher, will make that PCI bigger. That's a huge change, and might completely change the way I'm putting some guys on my bench. I feel like I'm gonna need somebody who's really clutch at all times. Number six is that the on-screen displays have been improved. They're only showing us what matters. You're gonna be seeing the quirks, which impact gameplay. You're gonna be seeing the attributes that are impacting the gameplay. Another big change is they've also added StatCast for the on-screen displays. At any time during the game, you just press left on the D-pad, and you're going to be seeing tons of useful information, such as the chase percentage, maybe your opponent's 2-strike chase percentage, or their first pitch swing percentage, and so much more. I feel like this is going to be a huge feature to see your opponent's tendencies. Number seven is that swing analysis has been completely revamped. They're only showing us the important attributes of that hitter, the PCI placement, the swing timing, which actually now appears right when the PCI placement does. You don't have to wait until the next batter comes into the box. You're seeing the overall result with exit velocity, launch angle, as well as your contact, whether it's good, okay, whatever that contact may be. You'll notice that in the PCI, there's now a center dot, which they were calling the bullseye region. This is basically, I guess, that perfect region. And I think the dot is mainly there to help let you know whether you're under, on top of, left, or right of the ball. Just a little bit more accuracy in the feedback that they're giving you. The contact grade that you're seeing, okay, good, weak, you might have noticed that in the past. Now it's simplified. If you see a good contact label, it should be more accurately reflecting the results that you're seeing. It basically sounds like they were saying that if you're seeing your swing labeled as good, it's gonna more often than in previous years be a good result, a harder hit ball. Number 8 is that the competitive gameplay mode has completely improved. The other two, casual and simulation, have really stayed the same, but they said that competitive style has changed quite a bit. You're going to be noticing a lot less foul balls and a lot more swing and miss. It was sounding like the very early and very late timings will be resulting in a lot more swing and misses rather than foul balls like in previous years, and you're going to be seeing a lot less because of this cheap hits. Now, will those cheap hits, those weakly hit balls, still happen? Yeah, of course, man, that's part of baseball. But if you're playing on that competitive mode, which is what all Diamond Dynasty games are, and then I think all online games are, but every single game mode in Diamond Dynasty is set to competitive, better swings will be resulting in hard hit balls and have better results. And they've been internally testing this. They're saying that strikeouts in their developer tournament, stuff like that, are way up. So this sounds really promising. Number 9 is that plate vision has been changed, and I think this is the biggest reason why competitive also changed. They said that plate vision has been reduced by 50%. So that's going to be resulting in so many less foul balls, a lot more swing and misses. You might have noticed that that outer PCI was huge last year and in other years. That's been reduced apparently by 50%. This could be one of the best gameplay changes they've ever made based on how it sounds. Number 10 is that there is now ranked co-op. So just like the solo ranked seasons mode, there is now also a rating tied to ranked co-op mode where you can play with your friends, use Diamond Dynasty teams, and earn rewards just like you could in solo ranked seasons. Now there's co-op ranked seasons coming to MLB 23. And number 11, last but not least, rule changes coming to MLB 23. The new shift rule will be in place, minimum of 4 infielders, 2 on each side of second base. The pitch timer is still in the game. It has been for a while. You know, you're not just able to stand there in online games. Your pitcher's eventually going to automatically throw the ball. They did not add the visually bigger bases, but universal DH is in Diamond Dynasty, and yes, this means that two-way players are also actually in Diamond Dynasty. If a pitcher has a secondary position, just like Shohei Ohtani, you can use that pitcher when he's a starting pitcher as your designated hitter. If you're not using him as a starting pitcher, you could use him in whatever those secondary positions are. That's huge. I love that they're adding the universal DH, and I think this is going to change the way a lot of people are playing and building their teams. If you want to try this new gameplay in MLB 23 for yourself, the free tech test starts tomorrow, February 15th, I think around 10 a.m. Pacific time. Maybe check out one of these other MLB 23 videos. Subscribe for more MLB The Show videos. We daily upload here on the channel. So I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video. I love y'all. Happy Valentine's Day. Peace out.